Aussie fans slam skateboarding as the worst event in the Paris Games, and they notice dangerous details about the competitors. Here come the safety police. Let's just take a look at this, because I've seen it all morning. It's nothing but negativity towards the skateboarding and Olympics. And it's not such a big deal. It's skateboarding. It just is kind of what it is. So let's give you a gist of what I've seen. So many people are complaining and moaning about the safety gear not being worn in the Olympics for skateboarding, like helmets and knee pads and shin pads or whatever you need. Basically, people expect everyone to be wrapped up in bubble wraps. But my theory is, if you are at the level where you are skating in the Olympics, you don't need a helmet. If you are going on a vert ramp or something, yeah, I don't see why anybody would touch a vert ramp without a helmet, because that's just pure stupidity. But these street skaters, they are so used to falling. Like, look at this clip of Nigel Houston. I think it was on this one here. Here we go. This is a little clip of Nigel Houston
when
talking.
we put out these video parts that people watch on YouTube or whatever, or they see us skate these contests and land most of our tricks first try, they don't realize that skateboarding is really 90% falling. I hope you guys show some of the falls in this, because I have taken quite a beating throughout my lifetime.
Like, look at him. He is a professional at falling. This is what skateboarding is. When you've been skateboarding that long and you're good enough to be in the Olympics, you get good at falling. You know how to protect your head. It is just how the world works. It's how skateboarding works. And even this, after the comments, like somebody in the interview straight away afterwards.
California.
I love how far skateboarding has come.
He's so impressive, and the courage to push through those falls, man. Yeah. The first time I fell on a skateboard, it was like, okay, that's it.
All right, that's the last time I'm doing that.
I'm gonna hang this one on my wall in my room for the look, but otherwise, not get on it.
I just want to get him a helmet. Watching those falls is like, woo.
Thank you, yeah.
I can't wait to see him compete in the Olympics.
But even like this fella said there, like the first time he fell on a skateboard, that was it. He hung up the board, and that was it. It's done for. And that's what a lot of people like, and that is the difference between skaters and non-skaters. If you fall and you don't want to skate again, you're not a skater. You're not going to be a skater. You're not going to progress in tricks, because 95% of skateboarding is falling. It's getting hurt. Every skateboarder I know is covered in bruises, covered in cuts. Like, sometimes they're just off just for months in a period every now and again just because they've had an injury. Like, even myself, I've sprained my ankle many times. Luckily, I've had no like serious injuries like broken bones or anything. Just like, well, I've had fractured bones, but not any like proper broken bones. I'm usually back at it after about 3-4 months maximum. The worst I've had is like something to do with my ankle. I don't know what was going on. But I was out of the game for like 6 months or whatever. Broken bones, sprained wrists, sprained foot or whatever. They're like the worst sort of things that usually happen to skaters. Yes, you get the odd case where something wild does happen, but it's super uncommon. Like, I've been skating for like 14 years. I've hit my head once, and that was in a wooden skate park, and that was only in the first. I'd only been skating for about 2 years at that point. I ollied up onto this mani pad that kind of goes upwards, so I was going the speeds to kind of pop a trick off the end of it. So I ollied up, my pack truck caught on the bottom of the mani pad, and I kind of went over it because it was like a slant. I fell, and then like there was no way of catching myself. I had to bump straight on the floor. I just lay there for 5 minutes and got back up and carried on again. Because luckily I was on wood. If it was on concrete, it'd be a different ball game. But even then, like I said, I'd only been skating for like 2 years at the time. I was inexperienced. I didn't really have... Yes, okay, 2 years is quite a bit for skateboarding when you skate consistently. But still, I wasn't as experienced with all the types of falls you can get. But these people, when they're at the level where they are skating in the Olympics, they are experienced. This is the type of stuff that's grinding my gears. People are commenting on things like, I've just watched half an hour of skateboarding at the Olympics. Roughly 35 participants have attempted tricks. 32 of them have gone wrong, let's say. They could have held this competition in a local skate park, and what am I watching? Everyone's like, this is why it shouldn't be an Olympic sports. This is why it shouldn't be Olympic sports. What was one of the comments I've seen recently that kind of really rubbed me the wrong way? Here we go. This is the one I read. This is kind of what annoyed me. I had the same experience, no excitement, nothing. Just felt like a bunch of guys hanging out in the car park trying a new trick every now and again. See, that is annoying, because this is what skateboarding is. If you are not interested in the sport, don't watch that version of the Olympics. I watched a bit of the Olympics recently. I watched some gymnastic stuff and I watched a bit of cycling stuff. I only watched them because they were on, and I had the same sort of thing. I had no care for that. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool, but I didn't care. It was boring to me because I'm not interested in that, but I am interested in skateboarding. If it's not interesting you, don't watch it and don't complain about it, and don't try and discredit the people who are putting in all this hard work. It's just not fair. I've not checked this clip out yet, but one viewer apparently says, I was furious at young girls wearing no helmets last night as the Aussie girl didn't have it done up properly and don't know how safety works, and then when she banged her head she was complaining, I hit my head. This was Chloe Covell, 14 years old. I didn't actually watch the women's one. I'm going to check out this clip though, but yeah, she doesn't have a helmet on, too fast, so I don't even know why she's pretending. But I'm going to check out the clip. Let's see if we can find it.
Oh, he's got such a good nollie flip. Lovely kick flip there over the wedge gaps. Kick flip front side board slide, hanging on. You can see from her face.
Right, okay, that wasn't the clip I was looking for, but that was pretty cool. I like that. Can't find that clip anywhere, so it can't be that serious. If I just can't find it, it's not going to be that big of an issue. It must just be people who don't skate being worried. Like, she's obviously going to be not that bothered. I could be wrong. It could be a serious injury and it's just not made it to the news anyway, but I highly doubt that. There's another thing here. It says how on this day and age where concussion is taken super seriously, or so seriously, in so many sports are allowing athletes to compete in the Olympics without wearing adequate head safety gear. That is because these are trained professionals. They are so used to what they're doing. It's like that time when Tony Hawk's was skating with his daughter. I'll find it, see if I can find this. There you go. This clip Tony Hawk posted on his Instagram, and everyone was giving him so much hate for it. It's like, oh, she should be wearing a helmet, you shouldn't be doing this for a little girl. And his response was the best response ever. It was something along the lines of, it's more of a chance of you falling over a pebble than it is to me skating with my daughter. This is like one of the world's best rampy skaters. Like, he's built his legacy from being a rampy. He's going to be glued to that board. He's not letting go of his daughter. And if he believes 100% in his capabilities, he can do that. That's fine. This is going to be in a park where there's going to be no pebbles scattered around anywhere. He's doing it safely. He is not going to be falling with his daughter there. It just ain't going to happen. I think we're living in a world where no matter what you do online, somebody will hate you. No matter who you are, you're going to get hate. Tony Hawk is like the nicest dude in the skateboarding world getting hate. It's just ridiculous, man. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think skateboarding in the Olympics should be wearing protective gear? Please reply, and when you reply to that question, please let me know if you are a skater or if you are not a skater. Like, if you're somebody who's picked up a board and dabbled on it, maybe just cruising a board, can't do any tricks, yeah, you're a skater, but you know, you're not a proper skater, so, you know, bear that in mind when you drop in your opinion. And that's not to say anything's wrong with cruising, by the way. I'm all for it. I've got some friends who just, you know, don't want to skate tricks. They like to just cruise, just use it as a means of transport, and that's fine. But like, when they go to a skate park, they're not going to be going to skate parks because they're not going to be popping tricks out the bank or grinding ledges or anything like that. They might be able to pop an ollie and that's it, and they're happy with it and they're content, and that is fine. That is different methods of skateboarding, but that's not the type of Olympic skateboarding we're talking about here. Anyway, it's a completely new channel. This is Mark Skates. So if you want to like and subscribe, that'll massively help me out. I'm going to be posting like vlogs, like skate clips, challenges. I'm gonna try and make some fun stuff up. I'm gonna cover a few news related stuff as well, give my opinions on there, and yeah, it's all for a bit of fun anyway. So hit me with a subscribe, that'll be great.